In today's video, we've got Chris Sutton praising Martin O'Neill's incredible week at Celtic, major updates on Wilfried Nancy's delayed arrival with paperwork causing problems, O'Neill's hilarious joke that left the Sky Sports panel in stitches, and fans hailing a Celtic star who just had his best game in a while against Hibs. Let's get into it.
But first, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content.
Celtic legend Chris Sutton has delivered his verdict on the boys' gritty 2-1 victory over Hibernian at Easter Road, highlighting both the team's resilience and the mounting pressure they're under. Taking to social media after the match, Sutton wrote, "Martin O'Neill finding a way to win once again. Incredible job, but he will know better than anyone this team is being stretched to their limit at present. Plenty of resilience and fight, but more quality needed. Great week for Celtic, winning 3 tough away fixtures." Sutton's assessment came at a crucial moment when the narrative around Celtic could have taken a very different direction. The interim boss has stepped into a high-pressure situation and delivered results at a time when Celtic could ill afford any slip-ups. With 3 away wins in the space of a week, O'Neill has provided both clarity and resilience during a period that threatened to overwhelm a stretched squad. The resilience Sutton mentioned has been one of Celtic's strongest qualities this week. Kasper Schmeichel made big saves. Arne Engels worked relentlessly in midfield, and the forwards chased everything. That sort of effort often makes the difference during tough runs of fixtures, and O'Neill has managed to extract that level from the squad. With hearts slipping, Celtic's 3 away wins couldn't have come at a better time. The gap at the top is smaller and there's a bit of momentum behind them again. O'Neill's influence, as Sutton pointed out, has helped Celtic stay on track during a spell that could easily have gone wrong. The next test is keeping that same resilience while finding a bit more quality as the fixtures keep coming. His experience in handling intense domestic fixtures has been invaluable, and his ability to extract disciplined performances from a tired squad has steadied the club during a critical run. Now, for the main story, as Martin O'Neill has delivered a shock update on Wilfried Nancy's arrival at Celtic Park, revealing that his interim spell will extend beyond Sunday's match at Easter Road. O'Neill had initially prepared for the Hibs match, believing it would be his final outing as interim manager. A smooth handover had been expected, with the club confident that paperwork and final approvals would be completed in time for Nancy to begin this week. Instead, Celtic have had to extend O'Neill's caretaker role again, giving him the reins for at least one more match as the formalities continue. The interruption to the original plan adds another layer to what has already been a hectic period at Lennoxtown. The American-based coach had been lined up to begin his tenure on the 1st of December, but the process has taken longer than anticipated, leaving the club to turn once more to the man who has steadied the ship over the past fortnight. The situation is far from ideal, but O'Neill's presence provides continuity in the short term, and players have responded well to his guidance so far. His straightforward approach and calm handling of a volatile schedule have allowed the squad to concentrate on performances rather than speculation. While the delay is frustrating, Celtic remain committed to finalising Nancy's appointment. The club had worked to bring him in for the start of December, aiming to give him a clear run into the festive period, but administrative hurdles have pushed that back. With a busy calendar ahead, the longer the delay, the more responsibility falls on O'Neill to keep the group aligned until everything is signed off. The Dundee match now carries added significance in this context. O'Neill told BBC Scotland pre-match that it's simply paperwork issues that are causing the delay of Nancy's appointment. He said, "I thought it was going to be my last game, but I got news yesterday that the process is still ongoing. It's something to do with paperwork. I didn't go into the ins and outs of it. There's a strong possibility I will be in charge for Wednesday's game, and I think that's definitely it. The process is ongoing, but that should materialise next week." In other news, BBC journalist Keradine Idesane has suggested that a work permit issue may be at the heart of the delay in Wilfried Nancy's appointment as Celtic manager. What was widely expected to be O'Neill's final game in charge at Easter Road has now turned into an extended spell, with paperwork delaying Nancy's arrival in Glasgow. The journalist noted that the process is still incomplete and suggested that a work permit issue may be at the heart of the hold-up. Idasane's comments highlight how fluid the situation remains. His suspicion that a work permit issue is delaying Nancy's arrival is a reminder of the many off-pitch processes that can quietly influence a club's momentum. Celtic have been here before with international appointments, and while frustrating, it is not unusual for the final administrative stage to take longer than expected. Until the paperwork is completed and signed off, O'Neill will continue leading the squad through a crowded schedule. The news arrives at a delicate moment for Celtic, coming immediately after another high-stress away victory in what has been an intense run of fixtures. O'Neill, who returned to oversee the squad during the transition, has already taken charge of several crucial matches, guiding the team through a demanding period while the club works behind the scenes to finalise Nancy's appointment. Many within Celtic had originally believed the Hibs game would be O'Neill's final outing before stepping aside. Instead, the experienced coach will lead the team again for the visit of Dundee to Celtic Park. It keeps an unexpected continuity in place for the squad, who have been adjusting match by match to the temporary setup. Having O'Neill stay on a little longer provides a thread of consistency during a moment where distraction or disruption could undo hard-earned progress. The players know the demands being placed on them, and O'Neill's straightforward approach helps remove unnecessary noise. Whether Nancy will be in place for the weekend or early next week remains to be seen, but today's news confirms Celtic will navigate another key league match under the guidance of a manager who has already helped the club steady themselves during a hectic spell. The next few days will decide whether this extension lasts beyond Wednesday, but for now, Celtic know exactly who will be standing in the technical area when Dundee arrive at Paradise. In other news, Martin O'Neill left the Sky Sports panel in stitches with a hilarious joke about Celtic's manager paperwork situation after the win against Hibs. Celtic's win against Hibs was supposed to be Martin O'Neill's last game in interim charge, but instead, he revealed before kickoff that he was set to remain in charge for Wednesday's home match, with a delay to the arrival of Wilfried Nancy. His team then stepped up with a 2-1 win at Easter Road, working hard to maintain O'Neill's perfect record in interim charge of the Hoops. After the game, the conversation inevitably moved on to the manager situation, as O'Neill has to discuss it every week. He confirmed that he's still expecting Nancy to come in, but not without leaving the Sky Sports panel in stitches. One of the best things about O'Neill's return has been his handling of the media. He hasn't lost his wit, and the dry humour always shines through the serious tone. In the post-match interview on Sky Sports, O'Neill quipped, "I've been saying farewell to the players since I arrived." The comment had the panel laughing, perfectly capturing the absurdity of the situation where O'Neill keeps having to extend his interim spell due to administrative delays. O'Neill has a fortnight to keep his sense of humour if he wants to be the man in charge for the Premier Sports Cup final against St Mirren. If he is to leave before then, we should cherish every interview. And lastly, Celtic fans have been full of praise for one-star performer who they believe had his best game in a while during the 2-1 victory over Hibernian at Easter Road. Dazen Maida and Arne Engels scored as Celtic beat Hibernian 2-1 to move to within 2 points of the Jambos. It wasn't a vintage performance in Edinburgh, but it was another win for Martin O'Neill, who is set to remain in charge for Wednesday's match against Dundee. While the team performance was solid rather than spectacular, one player stood out for his energy, work rate, and overall contribution to the victory. Fans took to social media after the match to hail the star's performance, with many noting it was his best display in recent weeks. So, what do you think about the Nancy delay and the work permit issues? Is it concerning that the paperwork is taking so long, or are you happy to have Martin O'Neill for a few more games? And which Celtic player do you think had their best game in a while against Hibs? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Thank you, take care.